If you're in a place where you're stuck with your business, understand that you may not be doing the things that are required from a top producer. So go out and mimic those top producers until you find your way. Welcome to another episode of Mindset Mastery. I am your host, Araujo. And if you're coming on board, go ahead and check in, and happy Memorial Day to everyone. What a great weekend already, right? Yesterday, we spent the day at the lake, and I'm going to tell you something. I wasn't really looking forward to it on Friday, and I'll tell you why. Because my daughter is relentless about, holding me accountable. The entire week prior to, she's been wanting to go to the lake, but my biggest apprehension, the biggest thing that was holding me back was I didn't know how to back up the trailer, right? We have a couple jet skis we bought 2 years ago. And I've always been dependent. The last 2 years, I've been dependent on somebody else being there. It came to a point where I asked a complete stranger to back this thing up, right? I just never took the time. I never put the focus on learning how to back up a trailer. Now, if you've never backed up a trailer before, I'm going to tell you, the first thing that happens is you're going to jackknife. Things just start going awry, right? When you're backing up a trailer, there's certain skill sets you must learn in order to efficiently do that. And I haven't. I just haven't taken it seriously. I haven't prioritized it. So I always felt like somebody else was going to figure it out for me. And we were actually supposed to go last weekend. And because, my brother-in-law wasn't able to go, we didn't go. And I had to disappoint my daughter. And here we are. And I promised her, hey, Bev, like this entire week, which was last week, I'm going to learn how to do this. We will go on Saturday. And I didn't find the time to actually prioritize it. I didn't take the necessary actions to go out there and do the reps. I didn't. And come Friday, I didn't go home immediately. It was like 5 o'clock, and I was done. And I was like, dang it! As soon as I get home, my daughter's gonna be like, "Are we going to the lake tomorrow?" Which is Saturday. Or are we gonna go to the lake? Are we gonna go to the lake? And I didn't want to face. I didn't want to face this with my 15-year-old. And I didn't want to disappoint her, but I was also growing this resentment. I was growing anger. Like, she doesn't see how hard I work. I mean, we start making up these stories, right? When we don't live up to the things that we said. We could get upset with our kids. We could get upset with our spouses, with our clients. It just really works up this feeling of resentment of they should understand why we can't do certain things. So I get home, and sure enough, as soon as I walked in through the door, there's my daughter. She's excited. She's like, Dad, I can't wait to go to the lake tomorrow. And I felt this immediate pressure. The pressure of I knew I was coming up short. The pressure of knowing I didn't do what I said. And, I think I even got a little upset with her. I said, hey, babe, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. We're not going to be able to go tomorrow. And she immediately started, making me know that she didn't like that, right? Because I promised her. So she repeated everything that I told her I was going to do. And I just said, okay, just, leave me alone for a second. I'm going to go to the room. And I got this almost panic attack. I was just overwhelmed with these thoughts of I can't go to the lake and back this up. I just won't be able to. I know I'm going to make mistakes. I know I'm probably going to damage my car, which I did. I got a $2,000 damage on Carla's car because during these practices the week prior, I ended up damaging the body of the car because I jackknifed it, right? The same thing we all fear, and now to do it in front of an audience, I didn't want that. So I went over and I told her, okay, listen, we won't be able to do it tomorrow. And, having a crucial conversation with my daughter, we won't be able to do it tomorrow. But this is what we're going to do. We will invite, family. So in case I can't do this, they'll be there to help. But in the meantime, you and I will go and we'll practice. And she agreed to that. She wasn't very happy about it at first because she was set on Saturday. But I told her Sunday is going to be the day. So we hooked up the SUV and we put on the jet skis and we go. And we found this place, this industrial place where I actually had a ramp, where you go down. So it actually simulated the ramp to the lake. And I just started remembering everything that was required. And I'm going to tie all this into business because I think it's very important. So stay with me here. So I went ahead and latched it. We go over to this industrial place, and there's a simulation, like this ramp. It's not a simulation, it's an actual ramp, and the same thing that I would have to do at the lake. So I turned it around, and I had to just refocus on everything that I seen. I saw my brother-in-law do it. I saw YouTube videos on it. I even tried it a couple times prior too, and I was successful some of the time. And this time I just came in with real intention and real understanding of why I was doing this. And, in business and in real estate, we don't see that until we actually start doing the reps. Oftentimes we want to know why, right? Or how, or what. We see other people producing at a high level. And I see this with new agents all the time. They're like, well, how do I start marketing? I said, watch these guys, our top producers, and just mimic them. And instead, there's this notion of trying to, figure out a different way or a different path to be able to do those things. And all we have to do is simply mimic. I mimic my brother-in-law. I mimic the videos, and I just went at it, and I made a lot of mistakes. But with those mistakes, you know exactly what to ask. And then you start understanding why you have to do it. We have a process here of social media marketing, of the things you have to post on a daily basis. Power, purpose, and profits, right? A post when it comes to power, taking care of yourself, the routines that you have. A process of purpose, showcasing your family, your self-development process, the things that the journey you are on a daily basis. And finally, profits, anything that has to do with your business, showcasing the work, showcasing yourself, showing houses, and things of that nature. So we have a very specific way to do things. Yet, most people don't go about just actually doing it because there's a lot of apprehension. They don't want to make the mistakes. But understand that every top producer here has been through that process and made a lot of mistakes. They had to overcome those fears, overcome those anxieties of what other people are going to think. And I had to overcome that anxiety of, like, I could look like an idiot trying to back up this trailer and jackknife and hold everybody up. I mean, these are the real thoughts that I had. But unless I started to do it, unless I started to move forward and started taking that action, that would never came into fruition. And I'm going to tell you something. By taking this action, it has opened up a new perspective for me, just like it will for you. If you're in a place where you're stuck with your business, understand that you may not be doing the things that are required from a top producer. So go out and mimic those top producers until you find your way. I found my way. I understand the process of backing up that trailer. I dominated that. In fact, the day that I went there, I did one try, and it felt great. It's so liberating for me because I am no longer dependent or wondering why or how or what I should do. These questions couldn't have been answered until I actually did it, and I kept on showing up and doing it over and over and over again. So, with this, we talked about last week, you either got market share or you didn't, or you lost market share during this COVID-19 scare. 8-9 weeks ago, almost 10 weeks ago. You either took the actions that were required or you didn't. And now you're either benefiting from those actions or you're hurting from those actions. And it's a lesson we must learn. It's a lesson that we have to continue to reflect on and look at. And oftentimes we don't understand that the future you wants you to win. The future me, the person that I'm sitting now, wanted me to win 4 weeks ago when I started learning how to back up that trailer. There was too much pressure. I wanted to show up powerfully for my family. I wanted to see the smiles on their faces, which I got this past Sunday, just yesterday. I can't tell you, I just sat there in the water on my jet ski watching my girls just going up and down with the biggest smiles on their faces. That's what I wanted. The future me, which is today, wanted that when I first purchased them. But I couldn't deliver at that level without somebody else, without depending on somebody else. And I'm going to tell you, the smiles that I got yesterday were much more satisfying because I was able to deliver on my end. And understand that the future you depends on you right now. And everything that goes along with this and building a good, profitable business depends on you. The future you wants you to win. Understand that your actions matter. Understand how you take your actions matter. And what actions you take matters. Because your actions move your future. Now we're seeing a whole new level of possibility for us, where we don't have to depend on somebody else's schedule. We were making plans at the lake on how we can go just together as a family. This person right here was dependent on the person that made those mistakes. You, as you're sitting right now, if you're benefiting from all the deals that you're closed here in the last 3 to 4 weeks, is very happy with the person that took the action 8, 9 weeks ago. Or the future you, as you sit now, is questioning the person 8, 9 weeks ago, saying, man, I should have done some other things. The past me should have done this, or the other. Now understand that our life continues to move forward as long as you're alive. Our life continues to move forward as long as you're alive. And understand there's going to be consequences or rewards come 8, 9 weeks from now. Come tomorrow, depending on what you do today. Now, today, Memorial Day, we have a lot to celebrate. Like, I was out at the lake, and another satisfying moment for me was going to the other side of the lake and watching all these people hanging out. Like, I haven't seen that in a very long time. The 3 other times that I went to the lake, it was barren. Like, few people here and there. This time, it was like I forgot what it feels like to be an American on Memorial Weekend, right? I forgot. And it was so satisfying just seeing so many people out there. Is it reckless? I don't know. Is it the best thing to do? Who knows? But I think all those people were finding satisfaction that they live in a free country. It made me feel good. That was the second moment where I just sat there and I looked at everybody. Living under this constant fear was not good for anyone. But I'm learning. And it's a lesson that continues to reoccur, is that the future you wants you to win. And what you decide to do today, the future you will either thank you or be upset with you. And now I'm in this process where I'm constantly loving the person I was, because he continues to show up, just like I am today. We had one of our agents just walk in. He's like, hey, you're here. You're delivering on what you said you were going to do. I'm not going to break this streak of mindset mastery every Monday. Whether there's one person or 30, it doesn't matter. I'm here. And that alone gives me the fire that I need to continue to move forward. Because I said, and then I did. You want satisfaction? Say it and do it. You want fulfillment? Say it and do it. And it opens up a new realm of possibility. You don't want to sit there and regret. You don't want to sit there like, damn it, if I would have done this, that, or the other. Think about what you can do right now. Your future you wants you to win. Your actions matter. How you take your actions matter. What actions you take matter. Let that resonate. I am happy right now. I'm satisfied with the things that I've done and the small wins. And it's amazing. It's just backing up a simple trailer. Not the phenomenal week we had last week for this brokerage. That's almost like an expectation. It's the small wins. It's those things that fuel me to be here today and to share that with you. We're on this game. We're on this game together. And there are certain patterns top producers take. There's a certain pattern people that are on fire take. And it's usually what they said and what they did follows closely behind it. What do you want? And understand, I'm seeing a few people that just joined our brokerage. And I'm going to encourage you to continue to mimic those that have done it. Through those reps, you will find your own path. But don't try to figure out that path or that voice right now. You just got to do. And trust the process that you will get what you want. The reps will get you there. The practice, your conviction will get you there. Failing to do so, and I'll say this, like, people ask me, how are you able to see, or how are you able to get where you're at, right? Where things are actually working. And many of you are there, and I applaud you. And you guys inspire me, and I love that. But you know as well that simply showing up and doing what you said will get you there. But it's overcoming not getting the results. That's the biggest problem for many. Trusting that it will work. Trusting yourself is the biggest asset you have. Because oftentimes it goes unchecked, unrewarded, no results. Getting no results and still doing the work is probably the toughest thing anyone can do. There was no satisfaction on me damaging my vehicle. There's no satisfaction of me getting frustrated in the process. That is until I met my goal. Then everything I was satisfied with. Because I kept my vision on the goal. And I'm going to end with this. There's so many similarities between sport and business. There's so many similarities between, spirituality or sense of purpose in business. And I've been watching this documentary, and I'm going to highly recommend it. It's called The Last Dance with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. And it really showcases what it takes to win, right? And that mindset, it's the intention. And when I say your actions matter, how you take your actions matter, and what actions you take matter, like you'll see this throughout the entire documentary. I mean, there's people that just show up, but there's people that show up with intention. Knowing they will get what they're looking for, knowing they will get what they seek. And there's others that are just going through the motions, benefiting just from being on the team. And Michael Jordan was one of these guys that just continues to push. And listen, he had to go through some of his own personal ordeal, losing his father. And he ultimately ends up quitting for the Chicago Bulls, or retiring from the Chicago Bulls for a year and a half. The second man in line, Scottie Pippen, took over. And he was still benefiting from the structure that Jordan left, right? That competitive nature. But soon after, it all started dwindling away to a point he felt entitled. He's automatically the leader of the team. I've been here. I've won these championships. But he didn't understand he took a smaller role. He didn't hold his teammates to that bar. He didn't hold everyone else to that higher level. And when you don't hold yourself to a higher level, what ends up happening? We all retract. And his team started retracting. But yet he felt entitled. He is still the leader here. And he made the ultimate mistake. A mistake that 20, 25 years later, 30 years, whatever it is, he's still living to this day. Because he didn't get a call to take the final shot, he quit on his team. He said, I'm not going in, because he felt he deserved that. Reeling from what he did in yesteryears, not what he was doing today. Understand what you do every day matters. I am here because I'm trying to showcase that the action on a consistent basis matters, regardless of who's here with me. And you have to have that same conviction within your family, within your household, that regardless of the circumstance, what you do matters. You will not shut down. You will not give in to temptation. mediocrity, complacency. Then walking around like it's all due to you, like you're some king or queen of your household. You got to show, you got to do before you expect. Scottie Pippen, well, he missed those two things, and then he expected. Then he quit. And this moment out of the entire documentary stuck out to me the most, because I can't tell you how many times I've quit on my family. And the lasting effects that it leaves when you decide not to show up powerfully. You'll regret it. You'll hurt. You'll hurt your family. You'll hurt yourself. Because it doesn't matter what you do yesterday if what you're doing today doesn't align with where you want to go. He quit on his team, and he's living in that regret to this day, in that shame to this day. And even though they won, he knew that he was no longer that leader. Everyone on his team realized he wasn't that leader. And that's a hard place to be. I lost that trust in my family. My daughters knew I wasn't that leader. My wife knew. And it made me feel this small for many, many years. And I showed up this small many years afterwards. But that's not the place where I needed to be. I needed to rise up. And I needed to stay in integrity with my word. And I do now. And then I follow that up, right? I say and I do. I say and I do. So whatever conflict you're having right now, whether it's your finances, with your family, with your health, you're out of alignment somewhere. You're expecting something. Your expectations are through the roof, yet your actions are not in alignment with that. Maybe you lost yourself. This is the moment. This is the moment you proclaim what you will do moving forward. I want to thank everyone here. Thank you, Gabby. Claudia for being here. Kim, Celia, Susan, Caroline, Dominique, good morning. Congratulations to you, Dominique, closing your deals. Felipe, good morning, my brother. I'm watching you, bro. Do more of it. You're finding your voice. Michelle, good morning. You found your voice and you're killing it. Gabe, good morning, my brother. Dora Lee, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has a blessed and productive week. Yes. Christina, thank you for showing up and congratulations on your deals. JJ Luna, brand new to the brokerage. I want to tell you, brother, you're on that path. Don't quit. Rosie, good morning. Anisela, good morning to you. Carla, good morning. And we have a great day planned. There are responsibilities that we all need to take, even on Memorial Day, right? Focus on all things. Focus on everything. You have the capacity to be able to handle that. Have a safe Memorial Day, and let's stay on our game. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.